So let me just take a few moments to introduce you to everybody. I'll go and speak of you myself. My name is Malcolm Peters. I'm calling from London, England. And it's my pleasure and my privilege to have someone who I have enormous respect for over the last few years to join us on this call. We believe, myself and my speaker who's joining us tonight, that these calls are absolutely integral in helping people to understand various products that we market with ZEN Global, but also to get to know the people behind the products, to understand the technologies, and to really get tips and ideas that can help you to take your business to the next level. My speaker tonight is renowned worldwide, and really every seminar that we've been to, every event that we've been to, he's what we call the fire starter. They call me the fire starter, but Mark is a different level altogether. He pumps up the crowd, really gets people fired up, and most importantly, Mark is a people person. Mark's background is he's the founder of Venice Nutrition, which is based in America. He's the writer of a book called Body Confidence, which is a New York Times bestseller, I think they call it out there. And really, he's the co-creator with ZEN Global of the ZEN Bodi system. It's a body transformation system that has had incredible results worldwide. Mark has appeared on many TV shows around the world, in particular CNN. All of you who followed him around will know that people can't get enough of Mark MacDonald and the system of transformation that he's created. So I'd like you all to get some paper, to get some pens, to sit down, because I'm going to be making Mark the host of this call. And I'd like Mark to share with us a little bit about his background, a little bit about the body transformation system that he's worked with. And really, I would suggest to all of you, if you've invited guests here who come from the commercial side of nutrition and health, Mark has got phenomenal information and ideas for you that will help you to take your business to the next level. So I'll pass you all on. Mark MacDonald, I'm going to get my paper and pen. I've got my coffee here. I've got a glass of water, ready to pass it on to Mark. Mark, I'm going to make you the host. There you go.
You know, the most important thing in life is showing up. And everyone showed up right now. Regardless of the time zone we're in, we showed up. And then when we got Malcolm, the fire starter himself, this is a man that when we launched ZEN in Europe, our first part of a tour was in London. And at that time, the GM of London just left. So basically, we had a tour set up. A week later, GM left, and like a week before the event. And Malcolm came and picked me up at the airport, took me on the train, took me to the hotel, and took amazing care of me. And I just want you to understand the power of this man's heart. And this is going to be many that we're going to be doing to help educate, to help empower. And the first one we wanted to do together was really just directly for the team. The flow will be like this. I'm going to spotlight my video right now so you can see me and you can see my screen well. And the goal today is simple. And I want everyone to think about this right now. The objective for you is to come into this call and realize that 45 minutes from this call, or the next 25 minutes as we're talking, is for you to feel empowered and ready to take your body and health to a whole nother level. And then at the same time, see the possibility of what can be with your ZEN business. So as you start to transform, as you live it, you can then move into sharing it. And then as you share it, you can move into building it. And I want to give you a little bit of a insight, and I want to open with a 60-second video. There's a few things that are about to launch, and many of you have been part of this movement. 3 years ago, I met with Wendy, Randy, Scott Lewis, Rob, my family, my dear friends, and we talked about a vision of what was going on. ZEN at that time already existed for ZEN. There was a merger that happened with ZEN, and then I'm a content provider. I create products, I create programs, and I've been a health expert since the early 90s. It's been my passion, it's been my love, and I've helped millions of people around the world. And the most important thing is it all starts with that one person. And when I spoke with Wendy and Scott and we sat in that room together, it was about casting a vision, more than just a product line, more than just a program, more than just a community, creating a culture of health, creating a movement that allows people to transform their body. And as they transform their body, they can lock arms with the people, just like I see in Zambia, what I see what Dr. Nelly does, just like I see in London, just like I see in Hungary, just like we see in Greece and Cyprus, all around the world. People are transforming their health, and the vision was to do something that teaches reality, not dieting, not deprivation, not ketogenic diets, not intermittent fasting, and I'll shed some light on that tonight. But the whole thing was a culture. We are about 3 days away from launching our 16-minute ZEN Project 8 movie. It will be an experience. And I have a little teaser for you, but it's going to be in a powerful 60-minute video that's going to walk you through the experience. In the US alone, we already launched, I got to put my earpiece here, we already launched our ZEN microsites. And I'm going to share that with you, and that's coming around the world as well. But before we go on, I want everyone to move a little bit. I want you to get excited. I see everyone there, Luisa, Marika, come on, Tsaba. Everyone move a little bit, have some fun. And we're going to move right into, and I'm going to share right now, we're going to move right into this video. So 60 seconds of power. This is a teaser. Here we go. Okay, so that's just a taste for everyone. I like that. Are we excited? Okay, cool. That is a 60-second power right there. Malcolm, you dig it?
Brilliant.
So that's just a taste of the movement and that all of us on this call have created. And if you're new, you're going to connect with the person. I'm going to give a highlight of the entire culture that we're doing. And the question that you want to ask yourself, is this something that you want to be part of? Is this something that you feel like you can make a difference in the world? And that's, as we start here, that's the question I want you to envision right now. I want you to ask yourself, I had a HLN segment this past weekend, and we talked about the superfoods of 2019. And as I was sitting with one of the HLN hosts at the CNN Center, she was asking me about her overall feeling. And she said, you know, I'm a mom of two. My energy's not great. I'm lean, but I just want more. I want to feel great. And that's, I think, what we all want. You know, we're empowered right now. So many times we're inundated with, you got to lose this, you have to lose that. And the goal with Zen, if we just speak to the heart of what we created, was to create something that it's not about the number on the scale. It's not about what you look like in the mirror. It's about how great you can feel every single day. 3 weeks ago, we launched we kicked off Lead in North America in Hollywood, California at the Dolby Theater. And I'm writing a blog that I'm releasing tomorrow talking about my last 3 weeks and how I've been so inspired by the passion of people. Sold out stadium. This is where the Oscars are held, 3,000 people. My son Hunter and I warmed up the crowd, hugged it out on stage, and then it took people on a journey. Not about how they're going to be tomorrow, how they're going to be a week from now, 2 weeks from now. But what I want you to think about tonight, wherever you sit, I want you to think about a year from now. Where do you want to be with your body? Where do you want to be with your health? What's the vision that you're casting? See, owning your health, being part of this culture, being part of this movement, what you learned with Zen Project 8, as you saw in that little teaser, is so much more than just looking amazing. It's so much more than just feeling amazing. It's about being something bigger than yourself to actually be the person you want to be. I call it your why. I'm a 46-year-old man. I played collegiate professional soccer. I've been a nutritionist, kinesiologist since the early mid-1990s. And what I know that we all want is we want to be our very best. Now, there's phases of life. There's chapters of life. My goals have shifted from my 20s to my 30s to my 40s. But I have a 13, almost 14-year-old son, and I want to play sports with him. I want to challenge him. I want to have fun with him. I have a 3-year-old baby girl that I want to be able to lift up and play with and not be so tired at the end of the night when she says, Daddy, play with me. I have a wife that I met 25 years ago in college, has been by my side, the love of my life, and I want to be the man for her. See, as we talk about tonight, as we talk about right now, what you want to achieve, as we roll into Zen and what you're learning, it all starts with the vision you have for your life, the energy you want for your life. That's what this culture is about. That's what this movement's about. Now, yes, will you lose weight if you want to? Yes. We just did a Facebook Live last night in our community with super football star professional NFL player Ken Hamlin about how this isn't a weight loss program. It's a body transformation program based upon your goals. So you will achieve those, but it's beyond the week. It's beyond the 30-day challenge. It's beyond 8 weeks. It becomes a way of life. So as we focus on our 3 things tonight, as I dive into it, I want you to remember the vision you have, the why behind it. And for the next 15 minutes, I'm going to cover 3 simple things. And then we're going to open up to Q&A. And I want you to know you're not going to learn everything tonight, but I'm going to point you in the direction where you can learn more. And then we're going to be doing many more Facebook Lives and YouTubes. But this was our intro that we wanted, just an exclusive invitation for the 64 people we have on tonight and more. And then we're going to watch the recording and the video. So as we say, I want you to say 3. And I'm going to ask you to type in and be part of the chat here. So type in 3 things. That's 3 things I want you to think about tonight. The first thing is I want to educate you on the entire program. So you understand there's 3 ways to transform your body: with a plan, products, and community. We're then going to move into really focusing on the overall movement and how by starting the program you can experience the movement, and then move into how you can take your transformation, build your Jeunesse business, and build a culture of health and actually enter in niche markets. So to start that, I'm going to share my screen, and I want to give you a taste of the new ZEN microsites. Now, we just launched these in the United States, and we're going to be launching these around the world. And this is the Jeunesse site, and it's basically every USA Jeunesse distributor has their own ZEN Project 8 microsite. And what it does is they have their own, it's their Jeunesse-URL.ZenProject8.com. If you're out of the US, all you have to do is go to ZenProject8.com. But what we focus on when people want to transform is they're thinking about a few things. Someone first needs to see, they need to believe in the possibility. So you're motivated, you're inspired. The question is, can I believe in this? Every month with our 30-day challenge, we feature a new international transformation on the homepage. Then you go, okay, I believe in the possibility. The next question you ask yourself is, what's my goal? Maybe you're a chronic yo-yo dieter. So when we click here, there's a video that speaks directly to you and transformations. I see Dr. Nelly, one of my dearest friends from Zambia, but we got Mapo right here from South Africa. So it's not just the US. This is obviously our international movement. And then you say, well, maybe there's a lot of people who can't lose those last 10 pounds. There's a video that speaks directly to that person. And then we have the transformations. And then I'm an elite competitive athlete. Now we're going to create, I'm going to talk about this a little tonight. We have an entire message, and we have a new video that's coming for this that you're going to start seeing. But when we start thinking about the program, the products, the community, it comes back down to understanding, will this work for me? And number 2 is, how does it speak to me? Now, I want to take you on a 2-minute lesson about your body, about the science of why we created ZEN Project 8. Now, when I go back to sharing my screen, I'm going to just show you, there's a great, I'm not going to cover a ton of stuff, but right here we have an incredible Facebook community. Now, we have over 700,000 Facebook members in our 25 different international communities. We have a Brazilian community, a Portuguese community, a Hungarian community, an English-speaking community, a Turkish community. So based on your language, there's a community for you. This is our English global one. Every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I do a Facebook Live. I did one last night. You can watch it. So if you're starting the detox phase, if you want to learn more, you just click on videos. And this Facebook page is simple. Malcolm can put it in the chat. It's facebook.com/groups/ZenProject8. And it's a closed group. But you see all the videos that we do every Wednesday night. There's a coaching video. This is a place where you connect with people. You can ask questions. It's a place where you can download the program guides and you can really understand that. And that's what I'm going to do right now. If I go to the files right here, and I come right here and I want to just pull up, I'm going to pull up this document. This is an example of the program. And it's basically, when we talk about the program, there's going to be, it's an 8-week program. And let me just show this to you. There's 3 phases. There's a detox phase, an ignite phase, and a thrive phase. So remember, the program, there's a plan, there's products, and then there's a community. And it's designed, when I talk about the 2 minutes, as I draw and I want to show you, the whole point here is that this entire aspect is about teaching you your blood sugar balance. So I'm going to stop sharing for one moment, and I just want you to see here. If I go like this, and everyone, if you're watching, do this with me. This is the reality. Your body's energy source is called ATP. When your blood sugar drops, your body burns muscle, and that slows down your metabolism. That next meal, you don't crave protein, you crave carbohydrates, because that's what you need for energy, and that spikes your blood sugar and makes you store fat. We created Zen Project A to balance your hormones and balance your blood sugar. See, there's a lot of craze about ketogenic diets. You know what a ketogenic diet was created? It was created for kids initially in a hospital environment that could not process glucose because that's your body's energy source. So keto diets was never supposed to be a program. Why do people like it? You cut out a food group. There's only 3 main food groups that provide your body with energy: protein, fats, and carbs. Cut out the carbs, you get results. But what happens months, 2 months later, 3 months later, a year? You're heavier than you were before. Intermittent fasting, another dieting craze. It's about starving yourself. Basically, you only eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m., and then you don't eat anything else. And people think that, well, it's easier. I want you to remember, transforming your body, transforming your health. It's not about being easy. It's about being simple. Simple concept. See, easy can get results. But a year from now, as you cast that vision, what happens? You're back where you started, or you're even worse. What we did with Zen Project 8 with this 8-week program, when we focused on teaching you into making this a way of life, is designed about making this something that you can do for the rest of your life and reprogram your body, not based upon deprivation, not based upon restriction, but based upon the science of how your body's meant to work. So when I go back to this program guide and we talk about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Now, I'm not naive. Dr. Nelly knows when you talk about detoxing, people still want fast results. So that's why we did a detox program. We're not restricting. What we're teaching you something called PFC every 3, eating a balance of protein, fats, carbohydrates to stabilize your body. In this program, you're going to learn in a very simple way, on a simple food list, how to take your favorite proteins, your favorite fats, your favorite carbs based upon your portion sizes. And you're going to learn exactly how you can make this work for your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. So it's not about having to do more. It's about becoming a little better at what you do. Now, let's imagine that. So right now you have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, why did we create these products? Why did we create Zen product line? And when I go back to the website right here, and I just click on, I'm going to click on the products right here. We have these products that we created. There's basically 4 products. And what you're seeing price-wise, these are retail pricing for the US. So it's going to be completely different from a wholesale perspective, different in your back office. But right here, there's 4 main products. And depending on your market, where you are, you may have all 4. You may only have 3 of the 4. It just depends on what your government has allowed so far. It might be still in registration. But when we talk about these particular products, we start thinking about how your body was designed. Now, the flagship of the product is Zen Fuse. And let me kind of talk about Zen Fuse right now. I understand in all my work with clients, as all millions of people, that we can educate you right now. So I want you to think about right where you are. That immediately you can look at, I can get my breakfast in. Okay, Mark, I'm with you. I can understand that. You're going to set me up with a plan, easy to follow. Well, not easy, but simple to follow, simple to do. Remember, easy. It's not easy to be a parent. It's not easy to build a business. It's not easy to be in a relationship. It's not about easy. It's about understanding the simple concept and then putting in the time to create a consistent aspect to make your health a priority. So when we talk about you're getting your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner in, well, we're all busy. What do we do in that mid-morning, mid-afternoon? Well, this is why people skip meals. And when you skip that meal, that makes you crave carbohydrates and you overeat. Zen Fuse was created with a specific purpose. 20 years of development. It's the greatest protein shake and meal replacement shake in the world right now. And let me tell you why. There's 2 types. And right now there's 2 types of protein. There's fast-acting protein, which is whey protein. And then there's slow-acting protein, which is called micellar casein. And that's a true cell. The combination of these 2 proteins is what keeps your blood sugar balanced, keeps your hormones balanced. In addition, 5 strains of probiotics to help your digestive system. We talk about 5 grams of fiber to help keep you regular. Perfect balance of PFC every 3. 21 grams of protein, 14 carbs, 3 grams of fat. Zen Fuse 2 shakes a day, mid-morning, mid-afternoon. You could also do it for breakfast, but that combination of getting that shake in consistently with eating your favorite foods, that's what balances your body to win. So the 2 simple things of the plan is the food and fuse. I just want you to remember that. The food, which we're going to educate you on how to eat the food you love, and the fuse. Now, a lot of times when we talk about food, and let me just go back to my share. We go right to the group again. Like if I go to the photo section, I know people say, and I know Dr. Nelly, and as I see more people on here, when we start thinking about, and I know when I look at the list, so many people have their own types of culture food. So in Singapore, we have so many Asian dishes. In Africa, we have so many different African dishes. In Turkey, we have so many Turkish dishes. This whole program is about taking the foods that you love and then creating tasty recipes that go along with them. And it's about understanding how you can eat the food you love and win with it. Then in addition, not just drinking Zen Fuse, but let me go back to the photos here. Let me go back to albums. When I go right here to the Zen Fuse, these are all PFC approved recipes that are all based upon not just shakes, but whether it's hot chocolate, whether it's protein balls, whatever it is, all delicious recipes that allow you to enjoy your food. So we talk about food, and then we're going to talk about Fuse. But then the other 3 products we created, once you get the plan and you're drinking your foundation product, we created 3 additional products: Prime, Shape, and Fit. Now, I'm not going to talk about a ton of this because this is way more than just a product presentation. This is about us interacting with you, transforming your health. We created Prime to supercharge your detox. It does 3 things for your body. Prime is immediately going to help you from a digestive enzyme, break down protein, fats, and carbs. So it's got powerful plant-based digestive enzymes. It's going to help clean out your liver. 99% of what you eat goes through your liver. And then what we're going to focus on is it also helps flush out all the toxins and all your water with dandelion root and juniper berry. We then move right into Shape, which helps balance your hormone leptin, which is when your leptin, you have 2 hormones to control your appetite. Leptin when you're satisfied, your body releases. Ghrelin when you're hungry. Shape directly helps affect the hormone leptin, gives your body a metabolism boost. So it's a very powerful metabolism booster. And then Zen Fit, I want everyone to make a muscle right now. Zen Fit is your muscle protector, your muscle store. It's going to provide you with essential amino acids to help protect, because muscle controls your metabolism. So wherever you sit right now, you think about it. You're going to, the program, the plan, you're going to learn immediately how to eat the foods that you love following an 8-week plan. You're going to detox, you're going to ignite, and then you're going to thrive. We then move in, and you'll see a lot of it. Sometimes we do a 30-day challenge. That's just the first 2 phases. You're going to detox, ignite. Eventually, you move into thriving. We then take Zen Fuse to fill your gaps. And then we're going to focus on 3 additional products in each phase to help turbocharge your results: Prime, Shape, and Fit. Now, does that make sense to everyone? Give me a thumbs up if everyone gets that. Okay, thumbs up. Got it? Okay, perfect. Right here, I need to see Kareem. Give me a thumbs up, brother. I see you. There we go, Kareem. Look, I'm watching. So this is, remember, this isn't me just presenting. This is us interacting, and that's why we're going to open up to a Q&A right after. But I wanted, as Malcolm and I talked about, the goal here, it's to give you a vision of it, to understand that what we're doing with Zen, how we want to change the health of the world. But at that, it starts with you. It starts with you choosing to live the plan. It starts with you choosing to understand the products. And you don't need to know all the signs of everything. If I just go back to my screen, when I go back to this detox guide, or I go back to this as all the programs, we walk you through everything. We're going to educate you on exactly how to eat the foods, what the list is that you're going to implement, what's the portion sizes, how to implement the products. And that's what the program is. We talk about the program, we talk about the plan, we talk about the products, and then we talk about the community. And that's why I love what we're doing right here when we think about everything in this Facebook community. When I go back to it, whatever language you speak, this is a place that you can call home. And I talk about this, and I talk about this in the 16-minute video. And that's why I'm excited for everyone to see this ZP8 movie. Because in the future, you're not going to need to just do webcasts with me or show them a teaser. You're going to be able, people who really want to transform their body, you're going to have a 16-minute movie experience, like a full infomercial that you would see on TV, with success stories that we've been working on for the past 6 months and years, basically the past 3 years, because the footage is from the 3 years of building this movement. You're going to be able to share this with them, and they're going to have to they'll understand why this program will make a difference in their lives. But the community, I mentioned my wife, Abby. You know, I met Abby in 1993. I saw her across the hall in college. And I said, that's the girl I'm going to marry to my best friend, Mustafa. And then he said, you don't even know her. And I got the courage of 2 weeks to ask her out. I asked her out. She said yes. We were friends initially. And then we started dating. And for the past 25 years, on December 5th, 1993 is when we started dating. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary together. We've been together every day since then. And she's my corner person. So in life, when you have tough moments, when you're struggling, you need a corner person. When I think of the community, I keep thinking of how Malcolm picked me up in UK, barely knew him. I think I met him once or twice, and he picked me up, and that's a community. I think of Dr. Nelly when we launched in South Africa, and she came up from Zambia, and I see she started sending me pictures of all the events she was doing in Zambia. I think of all of us as we're here, as Anastasia, Patrice, as we start seeing all these things, all the stuff that we've done. I think so much, you know, of Kathy and Paula and the amazing work that they do and all the events that I do with them and the power of that. That's our community. See, we created this. As you rock this program, as you do the plan, as you take the products, as you have a tough moment, it will come. The community is the place you call home. If you're struggling, you tune into one of the webcast Wednesdays. There's basically 5 touch points you need to win. You need written text. You have that with your ZP8 program booklet. You need some audio. You have that in all the videos and the podcasts that we have in that community. Then you need, the third thing that you need is you need videos, things that will teach you. There's tons about Fuse, about Prime, about the program. You then need online interaction, exactly what we're doing and what we do every Wednesday night. And then you need live events. I'm going to be rocking Prague. We're going to have a ZP8 experience in Prague, and you're going to be able to take your before picture, your after picture, and we're launching through all of Europe the 30-day challenge. And we're just starting to do that, just like we just launched in North America. The community is the power that sets you up. And what I'm going to invite you to do, before I talked about movement, when we move into that second thing, because the program is the plan, the products, the community. The second thing is movement. As I see everyone, and I'm going to just switch this to everybody right now. I'll take my spotlight off me. I'm going to cancel spotlight video, and everyone can see each other right now. You can change it to a gallery view. This is the movement right here. You see everyone on this webcast. Imagine right now we have 71 people. Imagine if all 71 right now, our mirrors on. We got Maki on. We got Mapo. Mapo. I love that Mapo's on. You saw her before, and look at that Mapo. You got Costas on. You got Steady on. You got Lindy. You got Nettie. We got everyone. Marianne and Stefan's. Everyone's on. Imagine if everyone would engage 5 more people to create a movement and a culture in their community. Immediately, we have 350 people making a movement start. See, Zen started with one person. It started with one meeting at Jeunesse headquarters, even before the new headquarters. And then it started with working with one person and another person and then creating a vibe. And then I toured. For 2 years, I went to 60+ countries, 6 continents, and I hugged so many of you. And I'm going to hug so many more of you. But it's all about us creating a movement together. Because there's so much noise out there right now. There's so much noise immediately. When we talk about the noise, about when we think about ketogenic diets, when we think about intermittent fasting, when we think about people struggling with their health, our movement allows this to happen. So the first step is it starts with you. It starts with you. It then moves into you inspiring others to take action, and then finding 5 more people, and then they're finding 5 more people. And now you're creating a culture of health in your community, in your city, in your country, and in the world. And then the last thing, before we open up some Q&A, and I end with some parting thoughts, and then we'll make this fun and obviously share anything you want. We talk about the niches. See, the first most important thing is you. But when I think of Mapo, as she has an incredible transformation, as she is building throughout all of Africa, as I saw her passion, well, immediately Mapo then, or Dr. Nelly, immediately because Dr. Nelly's a doctor and Poe now has this niche, well, maybe they can start working with health professionals or athletes. When I go back to the site, and let me just share this. I'm going to go right back to the site here. What you're going to see over the next month, and let me just give you an update so you kind of see the vision of it. When we go back to the Who Are You, what you're going to see is the ZPA movie is going to be launching. The next video is a brand new, we shot a 5-day, multiple $100,000 video shoot to create the most cutting edge videos from footage from around the last 3 years, and we did a 5-day intensive shoot in Orlando in September. From that, you see the teaser. You're going to see the 60-minute video. The next thing you're going to see is a Zen Fuse video. You're then going to see an athlete video. And we're going to create an athlete page that has the hundreds to thousands of world-class athletes that are rocking this program. And there'll be a video that you'll speak directly to that. So when you have a niche, you have an athlete that says, should I do this? Here's a video. So you're the transformation, so you inspire them, and then immediately you say, watch this video. So now you have tools that will help you win. For health professionals, same thing. I've been a health professional since the mid-90s. And health pros, what are they looking for? They're looking for people to partner with that can provide cutting-edge nutrition, information, and they can leverage against their fixed expenses. A lot of times they're great at seeing patients or clients. They're great at maybe doing one additional service. Many gyms will do personal training or studios. But they don't understand nutrition and supplementation. And they think supplements, you just sell a supplement. We have a program. We have a culture. We have a movement. We bring value from that. We have tested this program and Zen. My company, Venice Nutrition, is what we've done for years upon years of teaching health professionals how to seamlessly add nutrition and supplementation into their business. And we have thousands of health facilities doing it now. And you're going to see an entire Health Pro page and video speaking directly to that. These are the niche markets. We can't cover everything tonight, but tonight I had one goal. Talking to Malcolm, there was one goal to have you, really 2 goals. Cast the vision of why your health matters and how this program, whether you're living it now or you're going to start living it, take action, start your transformation, and then see how we're truly just getting started. How now what we're doing with Zen, you're going to have the niches that you can tap into, but instead of I don't want you to just focus on the niche. I want you to start with you, then your community, and now you're going to have the health pro, the athlete niche. There's all these additional things. And in Italy, we're looking at launching with divers. There's an entire scuba diving industry that Stefano Legato has partnered with. And we're creating Zen for divers. So that's what I want you to start thinking about. This type of power, how with Zen, it's not just about finding someone who wants to build an opportunity. It's not just about finding someone who wants to be part of network marketing. It's finding people who want to have a home, whatever their goal, whether they just want to transform their body, whether they just want to make maybe $500 to $1,000 by sharing their success. And then there's leaders out there that want to really make this a business. And you have the amazing Jeunesse opportunity, and you can leverage all of the funnels you're doing, but Zen becomes a huge piece that you can utilize. And imagine this. When you have someone transforming their health and transforming their life, and they're rocking Zen, and they're doing their Zen Fuse shakes, well, they're going to probably want to learn about Revital Blue, about Reserve, about AM, PM. It's an organic way to build your business. So as we wrap tonight and we go to some Q&A, this was a touch. It's a piece. The whole message that I want you to drive and understand is that to change the world, you have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. You have to decide that you are the change. And it starts with simply making a choice to become your very best. It starts with saying, I'm in. I'm ready to lead by example. I'm ready to become the best that I can be. Not average health, not focus for years on your business and neglect it. Your health, you have your business, you have your lifestyle, you have your relationships. It's about understanding that when your health is a priority, everything in your life is better. And that's what I'd love you to remember tonight. This is your moment. 2019, you can make this your greatest health year ever. And as you transform, as you inspire, everyone around you will want to be part of it. So with that being said, I'm excited. I'm going to cancel the spotlight. We'll do some open Q&A. I have about 15 more minutes, and I want you to know this is one of many that we're doing. We wanted to make this intimate. We wanted to feel like if I haven't done a Facebook Live with you, I haven't been to Africa for a couple years, I want you to know that I am doing all I can for us to grow together. I'm open to do as many Zooms as possible. I may not be able to be in your country for a moment, but I can do some Facebook Lives with you. We can create a community. We can make a difference together. And it all starts with you saying, I'm in, and let's change the world together. Everybody, mwah! Thank you, and let's get some, Malcolm, back to you, and let's hit some Q&A.
You're going to make me host.
Yes, I got you right now. You're unmuted.
Okay. Very, very quickly, I just want to say, first of all, it's been fantastic having you on this call. And one of the things that came up that led to this call, Mark, was there's a lot of people out there that are professionals. They have gyms, they're trainers, and you really touched on that on this call. And I think it's important people to understand why we did that prelude, was that it's not just about selling pills and potions just to make a quick buck. There's a lot more behind it. Would you spend just a few moments, if you can, please, about Venice Nutrition, yourself, and the ideas that you've got for professionals, people who run gyms, for example, how they can attract more clients to come into the gym, looking at people who want to make an additional revenue stream that will help them to increase their profitability. Because as you know, in the gym business and the training business, you have spikes, just like our insulin from what you've taught us, is that you have the January spike when everyone's had Christmas beforehand, and then you've got the summer spike when they want to have the bikini body. So just spend with us, please, from your fantastic wealth of knowledge, what we can offer people who are commercial. What is the deal? What is the way we can handle these people? And what would you suggest about further reading material, information to help them to become more profitable, to find more clients, please?
Yeah, I love that. And Malcolm, that's a great point. And just everyone, when we talk about Venice Nutrition and we talk about what I've done, you know, there's two missions in my life. It's to change how the world looks at food, which is why the partnership with Jeunesse Global is so powerful, and how we launched the movement and the culture with Zen. Second is I'm an entrepreneur, and I remember back in the day, I had 6 nutrition practices in Venice Beach, California. We launched Venice Nutrition '99 right next to Gold's Venice, the mecca of the world, with bodybuilding and fitness. And then I was driving. I only had about 15-mile drive, but in LA, it's about a 2-hour commute. So I had to get up at 4 in the morning. I ran my 6 practices, and from '99 to 2003, we were doing very well. But I was selling my time, and I was away from home forever. And Abby at that time, she said, you know, we started talking. We want to have a baby, and that's our son Hunter. But this was in 2003, and I said I got to get smarter. And what I realized is that I understood how to make nutrition work, and we were right next to the Gold's Venice, but gyms didn't understand. And not just gyms. I'm not talking the big gyms. I'm talking about studios, the spinning studios, the personal training studios, these small locations, or the doctor's offices, the chiro offices that are looking for a better way. They're great at their service, but they're not great at nutrition. And then they think supplementation. When you just add supplements to a gym or to a fitness studio, boutique facility we call them, by the time they make some money, they got to reorder. So they're always in the red, and they got to worry about theft. So what we started doing is creating turnkey seamless systems. And with Zen, it's the best it's ever been, because Zen has an 8-week experience. So what we end up doing with facilities is they launch theme-based 8-week programs. So imagine this, or 30-day challenges. So imagine right now, New Year, New You. Boom, right there, a gym can partner with Zen. They have the program, they have the community, they have these plug-and-play vehicles already, and then they have the product line so they can make the revenue stream. Now, they're not focusing on converting their clients into distributors, which in essence, they're focused on their clients as being consumers. Because why are clients at the gym? They want to transform their health. Why do they go see the doctor? They want to feel better. So there's a program now with Zen that we know thousands upon thousands of endless transformations from around the world. And now this gym or facility, boutique facility, health facility, has a solution. And then now not only that, they have a marketing strategy. Every 30 days, they run a 30-day challenge, which is their Detox Ignite. Some do an 8-week challenge. And then they're doing a New Year, New You. Get ready for summer. Stay fit for fall. Survive the holidays. They're launching these theme-based, but they have the support of what we already have with the entire global Zen community. and they plug and play. They have the program guides already. They have the videos already. And now what they're doing is their clients are buying either through their retail sites or they're buying directly. They're buying in bulk, selling retail. And now their clients are transforming. Now, how does that help their business? Not just make more money with nutrition and supplementation. Well, what's the best way to build, to show people that what you're doing works? Well, we know there's no workout that can outwork a bad diet. So imagine the exercise with the food. Now they're starting to see these before and afters. Now people in the community, people, oh, what's going on at that facility? So not only do they increase their revenue with nutrition and supplements, a new revenue stream that their business didn't have at that point. Now they're actually getting more memberships, more personal training. And what we're starting to see is, based on the size of the gym, that a partnership with ZEN can immediately, just for your own business, increase your revenue anywhere from, if it's a small facility, 5,000 to 10,000 a month. If it's a big facility, we've seen up to 30,000 to 40,000 a month, based upon all of that. That's monthly, based upon all of the products. Now, it depends on the facility, so that's not a promise, but it depends on that. But that's the growth we're seeing. Now, that's just building your clients based on the list that you have as a facility. Now, how do you build the network marketing side even better? Well, if you own a facility, how many more people want what you have? If you're making an additional 10K a month and you have a spin studio, don't you think every other spin studio or personal training studio wants to make another 10K a month? Of course they do. All you have to do is say, this is what I'm doing, and all you need to do is duplicate exactly what I'm doing. And that's how now you build a power leg in the binary compensation model of health professionals. And then that's how you can start growing and leveraging the ZEN compensation model. And now your other facilities around the world are not competition. They're part of your business. And that's how you build. And this is what you're going to be seeing. This is going to be a Health Pro video that we're launching. We're launching a Health Pro site that has a very simple steps. Why partner with ZEN, how to leverage ZEN, and then is going to have this simple step-by-step guide on exactly how to do that. So what do you do if you know someone that's a gym, or you're a gym owner watching right now? You're part of this, whether it's live or the replay. What I would suggest is, number one, you got to make sure you believe in ZEN. So the first step is to do everything I said. Experience the products, understand the program, experience the community, watch the videos, feel a believer, do it yourself, so that, okay, I believe in this, like a Dr. Nelly has done. She believes in what the program's about. The second step then is, okay, well now, how do I launch this? Now you work with the person who brought you here, you work with someone that you know, you can reach out to me or Malcolm, and then you launch this in your facility. And now you're starting, that's your beta. So now you have your own transformation. Now you're using your facility as your beta. You don't go talk to everyone else, from a gym perspective. Get your system ready. The third phase is you then have data. So you have your own data, you now have your client's data, and you have your financial data of why the partnership benefited your business and your clients. Now you can go create a strategy, a marketing strategy on recruiting other fitness facilities because you have the data to support it. Those are the three simple steps on how Health Pros, and that's what you're seeing throughout the world of how we're starting to aggressively pursue in 2000. We've already betaed it with a few thousand facilities and health professionals. Now we're taking it to another level. And soon you're going to have a website that's English speaking, and then we'll translate it in the different languages that you can refer to people, and we can build on top of that from YouTube.
There I am. Okay. Thank you very much. Just a couple of quick questions that came up. One was, is there a lot here that we've got in place for people who are vegetarian, not particularly vegan? So if you just want to quickly answer the lady who asked that question, I think it's a lady from the UK, is this program compatible with people who are vegetarian?
Oh, that's a great question. And this is what you want to do on next Wednesday, on Wednesday webcast night at 9 p.m. Eastern time in that Zen Project Day community. Remember, facebook.com/group/Zen Project Day. I have been doing a pilot with 20 plant-based eaters for the past 6 months, and their results have been incredible. And I'm going to be sharing exactly the step-by-step adjustments to the program and some new foods that you can add for that. And we're going to be launching a Zen for Vegan plan. Now, Fuse is not a vegan approved, it's a vegetarian approved product, but we are working, it's not ready yet, but we are working on a plant-based shake as well. But from a food perspective, we'll be launching a Zen for Vegan section. And I'm going to be introducing a lot of that next Wednesday night.
Fantastic. Another couple of questions that came up about the microsites. I think you've already covered that. A lot of people are very keen to know about what's happening about the microsites. So I think already you've covered that they are in rollout phase. So North America has them now. But any ideas about roughly when Europe might start seeing the rollout of those microsites?
Yeah, I just had a great call with Kyle about that, and we're working on it now. We're working with the team, and I think what we'll do is we'll start with probably the top 5 markets in Europe, and then systematically. But like for UK, for already English-speaking markets, it's much easier to roll out sooner, but they're all in development now. I'll have in a few weeks, and by Prague for sure, we'll have a rollout on all of that as we launch the 30-day challenge. And Malcolm, there's another one. Nosley asked about 5-day trial packs. We're looking into some trial packs now. The problem with it, you know, this is one of the challenges with ZEN Pro before I partnered. There's a few challenges with that, but individual packets increase cost of goods a lot because protein's an expensive product. Quality protein is. So we're looking at some trial packs. It will increase the cost a little bit, but we need trial packs that you can sample. So we're working on that now.
I think that the important point there was, I think that, you know, once people understand how tasty it is, the product, that will really help. I think that we've covered a lot of ground here. And for me, I think that the steps were perfect because it's very difficult on a call like this just to focus on a gym owner or just to focus on a fitness studio. So you've covered a lot of information, which I'm sure everyone on this call appreciates from around the world. And I think that the saying that comes across to me very, very strongly, and you always focus on it and you talk about it, is if it's to be, it's up to me. It's got to start with you. And I love what you've said about the gym owners. The fact is that if they start believing in the product by becoming a product user, sharing it with some of the people who are struggling, either to body sculpt or maybe to increase their muscle mass, maybe to lose those last stubborn 10 pounds. They've got the data that you're talking about. I love the idea. What you've also said is that we're a community. We've got plug and play. I love that. So that a gym owner is not going to have a salesman in a fancy suit that turns up, sell a lot of product to them, and then they've got to sell the product on. We're giving them a full turnkey system, which is plug and play, as you put it, Mark. And I think that's something that any of you who brought guests online or who are watching this video need to understand, that talking to a commercial outlet, talking to a fitness trainer, everybody's needs are unique. And I think that as Mark puts together more of these training calls, there'll be segments, small pieces that we can cut and make available on YouTube as well. If there are any other questions, I'd like to take them if I can, because I think Mark has given us a tremendous amount today. We've got here, it's great for gluten-free and dairy-free like me, someone's mentioned, which is fantastic. Okay, I think unless anyone's got a really important question, we should start winding down now. Has anyone got a really important point that you'd like to put across to Mark before we wind the call down?
And remember, somehow something comes after, simply go to the Zen Project 8 group. I know many of you have my WhatsApp number too, so feel free to reach out to me there. But if there's a question you have, and you know, go to the market or the country, the language you speak. Obviously, I think I'm speaking English here, so you go to the main global one, ask. We have a very active group, and they can answer questions.
Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you today. Just to let you all know, we will have more of these calls, but I feel for professional reasons, myself and Mark and other trainers that will help you, we'll put that through to YouTube and Facebook Live, so we can actually focus in totally on the control systems that we have to make sure that you have really good content as well. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, because just to let you all know how this all started off, I was talking to one of the ladies in my team called Irma. She had someone who owns a gym. We started talking a little bit about it, and I said, look, let me reach out to Mark and see if he'll come there. He's a very, very busy man. Apart from what he does with Jeunesse Global, as you all know, he's a TV star, he's around. But, you know, this is proof for all of you who are here. It is a community, and I can't thank you enough, Mark, for being able to reach out. Again, I reached out to you and you straight away said, Malcolm, I've got the time on Thursday. Let's do this. I think it's fantastic. I think the movement that you've created is amazing. And in the world right now, especially in Western Europe, where diabetes is killing our kids, where we've got all the challenges with that, obesity is creating for us. People like yourself are great mentors to have. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm sure everybody online, I'll unmute them, would I'd say thank you so much for joining us tonight. That was an exceptional call. I've got loads of notes here that I've been making, and I'd like everyone just to say goodbye to you if they can. So let me see if I unmute this. I think you might still be the host. Are you still the host?
Yeah, I'm making you the host right now.
Okay.
Make host. Perfect. Back to you, Malcolm.
Thank you so much. So, everybody, Mark MacDonald, big hand for him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you again, Mark. I'll give you in touch.
Love you,
Thank you for joining
Love
us.
everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
We need to clear this platform, so please, everybody, just come offline now. Hi, Wissam. Hi, Karim. Hi, Muna. Hi, Bo.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. We need to clear the call. I've got another call shortly. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.